In June 2025, the Ultimate Fighting Championship rolled into Atlanta for a seemingly routine card. Fewer than 5 minutes into the light heavyweight bout between Rodolfo Bellato and Paul Craig. That routine shattered. Bellato dominated early grappling when Craig, pinned beneath him, lashed out with an illegal upkick that smashed into Bellato's cheek. The Brazilian collapsed, eyes blank, limbs loose, and the referee declared a no contest. That official ruling should have closed the matter. Instead, it detonated an argument that stormed across timelines, talk shows, and training rooms. A single foul flipped a quiet weeknight event into headline chaos. And the mixed martial arts world has not stopped talking since slow motion footage captures every alarming detail. With a little more than 1 minute left in the opening round, Bellato hovered in half guard, grinding short elbows into Craig's ribs. Craig reset his hips, planted a heel on Bellato's jawline, and, in one snapping whip, drove upward. Unified rules forbid kicking the head of a grounded opponent, and Bellato's knee and hand were firmly on the canvas. The heel crashed home, twisting his neck sideways. A visible tremor rippled through his shoulders before he slumped onto his side, arms slack. For an instant, his eyes drifted toward referee Kevin Satake, yet any protest melted as consciousness. Faded Satake waved off action, summoned cage-side medics, and confirmed the no contest. Craig sat up, palms open, the realization of what had occurred etched across his face. Inside the arena, a hush swallowed cheers and boos alike. Within 30 fast seconds, dominance morphed into disorder, and confusion replaced combat. Mixed martial arts functions like a tightly knit village, and news travels faster than jabs. Moments after broadcast, cut to commercial. Lightweight slugger Justin Gaethje posted that Bellato's collapse ranked as the most theatrical dive he had witnessed. Strawweight stalwart Angela Hill shared the clip at quarter speed, claiming she had seen more convincing stunt work on late-night television. Former middleweight champion Chris Weidman weighed in, noting the strike seemed to graze rather than devastate. Featherweights, bantamweights, and retired legends piled on with sarcasm, some offering mock auditions for Bellato at prestigious drama schools. Ridicule from such hardened peers carries its own sting. Still backstage under neurological examination, Bellato remained unaware that colleagues he admired were publicly slicing into his integrity. The chorus created an echo chamber where doubt hardened into an accepted truth. By sunrise, the phrase Bellato flop generated hundreds of thousands of mentions, and the narrative's momentum felt irreversible. If professionals lit the spark, fans built the bonfire. Social feeds overflowed with side-by-side comparisons to soccer theatrics, each edit louder and brighter than the last. One thread titled Bellatowood, Acting Academy Debut, gathered tens of thousands of reposts before midnight. Another slowed the footage, layered cartoon BOing effects, and crowned the sequence Invisible Uppercut. Memes multiplied, Bellato clutching a miniature golden statuette, sprawled on a red carpet, or photoshopped into an improv workshop. Amid the humor simmered real anger, commenters demanded suspensions, fines, even contract termination. Some vowed to boycott upcoming pay-per-view events until the actor faced consequences. Others insisted the uproar revealed double standards, recalling earlier illegal knees that drew softer reactions. Debate threads stretched 4 pages as amateur analysts dissected Bellato's breathing pace frame by frame, intent on proving deception. Mainstream sports panels replayed the clip between basketball highlights and declared that mixed martial arts now possessed its first cinematic flopper. 48 hours later, Bellato broke silence with a stark white statement on social media. He thanked well-wishers, faced critics head-on, and described the upkick as a lightning bolt. Tingling raced from skull to spine, vision tunneled, then vanished. Faking, he wrote, would betray every sacrifice that fueled to training camps and 2 brutal weight cuts inside 1 month. He reminded readers that he had traveled across continents for short-notice bouts and never sought an easy exit. Financially collapsing cost him a win bonus, a finish bonus, an upward movement in rankings, hard cash, and career leverage any contender craves. He branded accusations of acting insulting to every athlete who risks health for glory. The Post closed with a line of faith, placing the incident in divine hands, and a promise to return once doctors cleared him. No apology, no retreat only. An unwavering claim that his body failed, not his spirit. Paul Craig steered away from blame. During his backstage scrum, he apologized for the illegal strike, explaining that scramble instincts sometimes outrun conscious judgment. He refused to brand Bellato an actor, repeating that officials exist to protect fighters from harm and themselves from rash decisions. The accidental foul, however, carved deep grooves in his resume. The no contest left Craig winless in 4 consecutive outings and jeopardized his place among divisional contenders. Managers whispered that he requested an immediate rematch to cleanse the stain, though matchmakers hesitated, wary of prolonging a public spectacle. Commentators praised Craig's humility, observing that his measured tone redirected some fury toward officiating guidelines. Numbers remain unforgiving. Without victories, main event positions and title talks drift farther away. Craig now faces a dual task: restore momentum in the cage and maintain credibility outside of it, all while the Atlanta incident lingers like a stubborn bruise on an otherwise respected career. The Bellato saga spilled into wider debates about integrity and oversight. Morning talk shows pondered whether mixed martial arts needs a dedicated replay booth, mirroring professional football, so illegal strikes can be reviewed without delay. Retired referees pushed for automatic disqualification to deter future fouls. Reports circulated that state commissions were drafting guidelines to fine competitors who exaggerate injuries, though no official proposal has surfaced. Promotional executives face a delicate balance. Controversy spikes engagement, yet prolonged scandals erode trust. Bellato now stands inside a paradox. His name drives clicks, yet each future stumble will be dissected in slow motion by skeptics. Waiting to pronounce judgment, Craig confronts a quieter crisis. Every day spent outside the win column shrinks matchmaking leverage. Coaches lecture prospects on foul awareness. Regulators revisit medical protocols, and fans reassess expectations in a sport where perception hits as hard as any punch. One illegal kick, one perceived flop, and 2 careers spin along a freshly uncertain path. The dust has settled in Atlanta, yet echoes persist. Rodolfo Bellato insists he endured a genuine blackout, not a theatrical fall. Paul Craig carries remorse for an unintended foul and the sting of a stalled record. Fans remain divided, looping the clip in search of certainty that may never arrive. Promoters weigh rematch possibilities, commissions consider rule tweaks, and every mention of Bellato now drags a shadow of skepticism. When he marches back to the octagon, the spotlight will burn hotter, the crowd will lean forward, and every twitch will be magnified. Until that night, the upkick controversy stands as a vivid reminder that in combat sports, truth, perception, and reputation rarely collide. In perfect harmony,